Alrighty, good evening everyone, and welcome to another edition of Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Name is Zero. Anyways, this is basically de-rusting and also just to see if we could get a submission in for AGDQ 2018. So without further ado, let's get right to it. 3, 2, 1, go! So anyway, plot is the oversimplification of the plot is information warfare attacks and leading to potential global war. Needless to say, well, among other things, that this plot seems to have a lot more relevance now than it did back in 2005. But also just it's actually kind of right on point as far as how things go. Also, mechanically, this game uses cutscenes to mask loading times, so it's a case of I can't entirely skip cutscenes, but at least I technically don't have to watch the whole thing. So there can be loading time variances, especially if say I haven't played this. If this wasn't like the last played game on the console, there's usually a lot more caching that the console has to do for it. I am playing the original Xbox version because while PC would be a heck of a lot faster just on the loading times already, especially on an SSD, I have trouble with the controls of this game on PC, and there just isn't really a good way to get controller support going on that version. Also, it just famously, unfortunately, does not work very well on anything with a really modern OS. Like, anything that was made for stuff after Windows XP is gonna... It's will have some glitches going on, and much as I would love to see it, I doubt Ubisoft will actually update the game accordingly to work on modern PCs. Because Ubisoft. Which is funny because this is basically one of those games that I could say was when Ubisoft was actually good. But anyway, first mission, checking out the lighthouse, see if we can rescue Morgan Holt and find out what the deal is with Lacerda and why he wanted to kidnap this guy. Take out that light.
Don't you think he's had
Roll
enough?
down.
He's had enough.
Rolling in, it can be faster than just straight
He hasn't been able to speak for an hour.
crouch walking. But yeah, just like standing and running is still faster.
Sound isn't the problem.
It's just obviously crouched or rolling makes less noise. So just a case of sometimes it's optimal to roll, sometimes you just gotta stand and run for it, or other times you just simply have to stay crouched to minimize noise. Okay, that's that should be the third crate right there. Now just gotta make sure this guy's heading in the right... Good. Because, yeah, this is one of those games where no matter how much you route it, there will always be some factor of RNG that you have to deal with, and put it this way, just about almost every time I've ran this game or played through this game, there's almost always been some new behavior that I haven't seen before. So I'm fully expecting something like that to happen, and it's always a case of, so if anyone from GDQ is watching this video, watching this stream or this video up on YouTube, simply put, I estimate high to account for any mistakes that might warrant reloading a safety save, or worst case scenario, basically restarting the chapter or mission. While I would be trying to go for 100% all missions, it's a case of that RNG can also just straight up prevent you from from getting it and not even knowing how you didn't get it. So more than likely I'll be submitting this, if I submit this video in particular, as an any percent. But really almost any video of Chaos Theory could be any percent until proven 100%. So yeah, this is one of those moments of wait a little bit up front to be able to go faster through the next segment. So yeah, just let him finish the gate and then we can get through here faster than basically running through all that and having to deal with more guards on top of that. There we go. Run over here. Crawl so that we don't alert that guy. Or this guy. Take care of the radio.
Just took out their radio operator.
He asked for it.
Well, it's going to be a lot harder to find out where they're
Because
smuggling their arms.
essentially zapping
You
the...
better check their radio logs.
I learned a few of these tricks, these strats from watching PC version speedrun that,
You're not trying to set me
while
up on another
segmented
blunt,
as all get out, did have some somewhat useful strats to be able to do a single segment run on the console. So it's like there was definitely a lot that abused the segmentation nature, but at least there was still something to learn that I could still do on here. So anyway, that was mission 1 done, and now we are heading on to this cargo ship just off of Panama to basically chase down Lacerda and obviously gather more intel. And cutscenes now basically are the news broadcasts in between.
American computer engineer Bruce Morgenholt was discovered in a village in Peru this morning.
Let's
Implicated
see,
in the
can we
kidnapping.
skip? Yes, okay.
Information.
Okay.
Fisher, we just pulled up Celestinia's last dry dock report for the Maria
Well,
Narcissa. They have a newly
There we go.
installed
New
central alarm system.
optimal
Don't tell me.
crossover
3
here.
alarms and the mission is over.
Of course not. This is no video game, Fisher. But you don't want the whole place alerted to your
This
presence.
is no video
Under
game
control.
for sure. Yeah, this is totally not a video game, and this is totally not a live stream of the action of classified activity. Feel free to insert your kappas here.
Fisher, it looks like Lacerda is spreading around his newfound wealth, paying off debts with some of the arms that were delivered to him.
You want me to scan any more weapons crates?
Better idea. Plant tracking devices on them, and we can see who they end up getting delivered to.
Okay.
Lacerda's probably up there thinking, man, this is the best day ever.
Good job, Sam. That's the first crate.
Apologies for my really awful singing.
All right.
Fisher, we just intercepted a radio call from the Maria Narcissa. She's reporting a hull leak and asking for an escort.
The ship is sinking.
That was
but
my
apparently
first thought,
several
too.
compartments are flooded. You'll need to activate the bilge. in
But
the
yeah,
forward
each mission sort of
to access
teaches
all
you
the
a few new things along the way, or at least exposes you to some new elements along the way. And there we go, knock this guy out, because unfortunately the door we would otherwise need is either locked or jammed
There should
shut,
be a large pump in here that you can use to drain the forward
which
cargo.
makes me wonder how
I'll find it.
these guards got in this following room in the first place. But yeah, just gotta climb through this vent. And
You gonna start that pump there or what?
gotta wait. There we go.
Who did that? What do you mean, who did that? I figured it all,
Good job. That'll drain the flooded compartments. Now you can search for the bill of lading attached to Lacerda's shipments.
All right.
get out of here because it's a case of Schrodinger's body. If he's not seen or heard discovering it, then it didn't
I'm
happen.
betting that Lacerda's shipping container is somewhere in this compartment. The bill of lading should be mounted on the side.
I'll have a look around.
Good work, Sam. It looks like whoever delivered these arms to Lacerda was operating.
Or at least that's what I think this PC version took advantage of.
Offshore bank.
Or at least that
Yeah,
PC version
cigar.
run that I was looking at.
Great. I love bureaucrats.
You still need
Honestly,
to
it's-
recover the transit ledger so we can
It's a
figure out
case
who
of
else
it's a real
Lacerda is
challenge,
dealing with.
mostly because
Try the ship's office. They should
at
have
least
that
on
information.
Speedruns Live, I think it was a case of, unfortunately, they did not segment the platforms in any way, and it's really a case of, it kind of needs it because Xbox version is technically the only one that's one-to-one on level layouts with the PC
Can't have
version,
any firing in the engine room.
but
And don't expect the
because of
enemy
loading
smart
time
enough to
differences,
realize that.
it's
They might
just
still open fire on you.
there's really not a viable way for an Xbox version speedrun to compete directly with the PC version. Anyways, just gotta sneak my way around. Mind how much noise I'm making. And then if we got here quickly enough, I should be able to zap this guy in the butt. Well, the back, but that'll do. It is funny because for all the routing I've done with the game myself before learning some of these other strats, it's a case of that guy trolled me for months on end. So to just figure out how much easier it is to deal with him to just do that, it was
I'll
just
find the transit
cathartic.
ledgers there.
That's where they should be keeping them.
Anyways, I did promise that we weren't going to be completely in night vision all the time, so just checking out the other modes. This is definitely one of those cases of, you know, maybe if it was possible to like let the crew know, they probably could have helped me get right to him.
The transit ledgers are
There we
forged.
go.
They say Lacerda's container is full of sugarcane and coconuts from a
And
man named Nicaryakov.
Get out of there.
Nicaryakov. I remember that name.
Doesn't really waste any time to close the doors behind me, not to mention just helps with isolating
Instead of nuts
noise.
from Malaysia, the Serta got guns from an imaginary Russian.
Exactly. Now why don't you go find out where Lacerda is hiding?
The captain probably knows where he is.
Good idea. Why don't you head to the bridge and ask?
Okay, Sam. Judging by the numbering on the crates, that's about
Just
half.
sneak over here, and at this point I just, like, once these guys finish talking, it's a case of, then I need to listen for an audio cue.
Or something.
Or rather, listen for
Thinks nothing he's
footsteps
got
to
do
know
with
how
cash.
far he
King
is.
of the world. You'll get his one of these days. You'll see.
There we go.
Should it do that? During the damn night long.
There we go.
Good job, Sam. 2 more crates to go.
Who's there? I can still hear you.
Yeah, but it won't matter. Take
Way to
care
go,
of
Fisher.
that.
1 more
Little
crate to go.
open this door for just a clean setup. Thankfully, that noise will help quite a bit. Now we just gotta abscond the captain.
So, hey,
I hear you have a special passenger tonight.
Now, one thing of note,
I'm the
it's a
guy
case
who's here to
of
cash the checks Lacerda's been writing.
with optimally timed presses, you can't really mash, but you can skip most of the conversations for interrogations.
Be careful.
However, since I have to move this guy anyway, it's a case of
I'm not
I
afraid
don't
of the
bother.
service.
I just use him to move into position and let him sleep.
So Lacerda is holed up in the captain's quarters.
Where's that?
Third deck, port side. The two interior stairwells are
And
the
then
only
we
access
just
to that
gotta
deck.
hang out and wait.
I tell you, never in my life have I been so insulted.
See if I can get a good shot
You
of
got you past the inspection. You think it's easy to get
the
through the
man
canal zone with all the
himself.
crackdowns these days?
I don't care if it's hard. You think my job is easy? No.
Camera, please.
Insult. Forcing me to bribe an inspector out of my own pocket. No. This big shot, this vice president, Senor Segundo Ruiz de Medeiros. I'll show him.
Fine.
Mark my words. I'll make him pay. I'll make him pay double. But my name is not Hugo Lacerda.
Great.
I need another drink.
Well, don't forget, Lacerda, you still owe me.
Let me see.
And now,
Don't make a scene.
Madre de Dios.
Not exactly.
just like with the captain,
If
we
it makes you
gotta
feel better,
keep
pray.
optimal movement
Please
to
don't
try
kill
to
me. Please
get
let
him
me
in a
go.
position
I
where
will
we
tell
can
them I
deal
saw
with him
you.
and
You don't
not have
understand
people
what's
find the
happening
body.
here, do you? Morganholt, your goons tortured him to death, and I'm holding you responsible.
Oh, no! It's not my fault!
For
Good job, Fisher.
All right,
Inform the Joint
that's
Chiefs that Lacerda is no longer a threat. Primary objectives are completed. We can extract you whenever you're ready.
yeah. Lambert might say that, but unfortunately, we still got one more box to deal with. However, it's on the way. So let's go get that handled. And just slide over here. And that's the last
That
item.
was the last of the weapons crates, Sam. Now we'll be able to track them wherever they go and see just how connected Lacerda is.
So, considering what we have there, we're ready to get out of here. And on to the next mission. Alrighty, another 100%. So, in this case, we're dealing with Payday Splinter Cell Edition. Or simply put, this bank seems to be pretty involved in Lacerda's operations, and some of the money here ended up helping that out. So we gotta find out what's going
With
on.
word from the North Korean government, China's Long Dan again urged all sides to come to the...
Anyways, let's get right to it. And yes, I always pick this stealth loadout
Hey, Emilio.
just because often it has what I need and nothing less. So first we let those guys chat, then we turn out the lights, and PC version would have just opened that door, zapped the guy, but simply put, the amount of risk there is pretty dang great, because there would also be a camera right above. So it's a case of some of those, that's where strats more or less have to diverge some.
Windows over the lobby are magnetically locked. See if you can find a breaker or junction box up here and power down the lock.
Like for marathon safety, I would pretty much be sticking with these strats even on the PC build.
Sam, that shut down the magnetic locks on the windows. Hey, wait a minute.
There we go.
Power spike. The lobby. It looks like a laser grid just came online.
lasers. Lasers are so...
And now we gotta deal with
I was gonna say
snoring
70s.
guard.
Can you please stop making me feel old?
Got bad news for you, Sam. You are old.
Fisher, here's our advisor. We'll walk you through the steps that will get you into that vault. Be patient with it.
Oh, he's one of
There
those.
we go. Laser grid's off.
It's on. I'm here.
And now we start seeing the more common RNG aspect of the game, the hacking, which more or less breaks down to finding the right IP address to send data in and out. But simply put, it can take it can take to the limit of time, or need a retry, or it can just be solved really quickly. And yeah, almost always have to hack the retinal scanners whenever they show up in the game. So with that said, since there will be a guard over here later to go into this room, we're just picking the lock right now. There we go. Since we should not have to bother him yet, this is the first time I'm trying a new route that might save me some time here. So we'll see how that works. There we go. Just slide up in this man's DMs. Oh wait, wrong wrong term. Sorry.
I saw something down there.
No, you didn't. You didn't see squat.
Uniform are uncomfortable. Oh, that's one of the new American ones. Oh, that's good. They are not made by second-rate laborers.
Okay, that's another email taken care of. Then just up these stairs.
Looks like more lasers ahead, Sam. This whole place is singing with photons.
There's a guard who seems to be walking around here, no problem.
Maybe he has some kind of beacon. Get close and you can stay in his electronic shadow.
Take care of that. Take care of that terminal, and then we just gotta take care of this guard. Nighty night. We'll have to do that with the other guard on the opposite end of this hall, but a little bit easier to deal with. Or, More like, at least this time we can exert our frustrations, I'll say it like that. Alright, come on. One more. There we go. Oh, that's... Sleep well, buddy. And just go over here. Leave that open because we'll need it in just a second. Gonna hack this terminal as well.
That's half of the forged mail, Sam. 4 more to go.
Thanks. I've always found it hard to count past 3.
No need.
Make sure we're not obstructing his way in any way. And there we go. Make sure he didn't see us. And technically this is one of those that's optional, but very much helpful. Oh, that totally helped. Oh wait, it did.
Good thinking, Fisher. Now, even if you're caught on camera, they won't be able to find you.
Now those two are preoccupied on their terminals, and with the door closed, they shouldn't be able to hear me nearly as well. Zap the light. And since they shouldn't be here to check, we'll pop that lock.
That's good down. Now just authorize the treasurer's office.
And then just vault over and mantle our way down. Hopefully, if everything goes as planned, that door should be open for me to go right through and handle that mess.
Right, that's authorization done. The outer cage to the vault should be opening in the street.
Great.
Just inside the cage is a small vault full of safety boxes. The mate dropped off some kits for you on one of them.
Alright, I'll let you know when I'm there.
Oh no, Sir Casey. That's exactly what I didn't want to see.
Circassian. Is that some kind of dried meat?
He's probably the best computational theorist in the world. He worked with Morgenholt on Project Watson. It is, he's gone off his nut.
Sounds like bad guy material to me.
You're an imbecile. It was too big to be alive.
Ooh, that worked out conveniently.
Great work.
Okay,
One more fortune.
now that that's all,
Doing my best.
well, I think that might have saved me some time there. I don't know for sure. I'd have to compare it with earlier footage.
Number 1024.
Careful with that here.
What is all this stuff?
Charges are for the vault, and the other thing is Bob is a telemetric lockpick.
A telemetric
There
lock.
we go.
Head down to the main vault. We'll walk you through it there. Alright, next you need to pop both of these locks at the same time.
That's what the telemetric pick is for.
Exactly. It reads you
Alright,
movement one
that's
lock,
one down,
the other
two
lock,
down.
real time.
You guys use some cool toys.
Right. Now once you get the feel for each
Three.
you have to wait a second for the telemetric pin to sync up. Once it beeps, Bob's your uncle, you can pick the pin and move to the next one. Don't try and pick a pin before you. You'll have to restart.
Please be quiet so I can go ahead and do that.
Charges over the main pin. Once you're all in place, well, I'm sure you can figure it out. Open sesame.
We're in.
Great work. Sam, get in there and find those hard drives.
Also, I have the pistol because there's a trolly little sensor on the way out.
I have fragments of a message here from someone named Deborah. Echelon doesn't have a file on him. Wait, that's weird.
What?
The deleted messages. They're 512 encrypted. I haven't seen 512 since Philip Mass.
I killed Mass.
Come on.
I remember. And it's confirmed. So this is someone with access to some seriously classified information.
Circassian.
Or just a really good algorithm.
Great work, Fisher. Now any investigation into the robbery will only point back at the investigators.
Okay, that takes care of the sensor, and we are good to go.
Prison.
Innocent if you don't count providing arms to revolutionaries.
Oh, right, I forgot. Bankers. Evil.
Good job, Fisher. Now the whole mission will look like a robbery. You'll never know why we were here.
Lambert, now that I'm holding 50 million bucks, I think we need to talk about that raise again.
25 cents an hour and not a penny more.
Deal.
All right, Fisher. We'll extract you as planned from the same location you were in search of.
Over the wall from the front courtyard.
That's right. Redding will be waiting for you nearby.
On my way.
And that's a wrap. Mission 3 is complete. Oh, beautiful. Okay, well, with Sir Casey being involved and with what happens in the cutscene if I let it play all the way through, we find out that we pretty much have to go see what his deal is. And that more or less requires going to his penthouse in New York.
So Circassian and Morgenholt are the only two people who ever saw those algorithms.
And Morgenholt is dead. Circassian is connected to a mystery guest we know nothing about.
Deborah.
Morgenholt and Circassian are geeks, not terrorists. Maybe this Dvorak is some kind of puppeteer.
Bruce Moore.
There we go.
Fisher, National Guard.
And yeah, here we are also dealing with
I feel safer
who
already.
should be friendly, but would certainly attack us if they spotted us. So,
I repeat, do not kill anyone.
and also a lot more electronics to get around. Just gonna slide over here.
Fisher, what's going on down? Looks like the National Guard are trying to restore the power to the building's elevator. Probably the best way to the top.
I'll see if I can hitch a ride.
And there we go. If I could get the left-facing opening on the first try, yes, it would save me time. However, considering how much of a pain it sometimes is, it's simply much easier to simply grab the side facing the wall and then just shimmy over. And that would have to be the fastest elevator repair in history.
What was that?
I guess it can't hurt to keep my eyes open.
Just move. There we go. Yes, go investigate. I'll look over here for clues. Alright. Then after that we run over here to turn off the lights with the switch and kind of sneak around the incoming helicopter. Take care of this spotlight with a shot for ease. And zip line over to the other side.
Satellite shows you've reached the Casey's building. County clerk's office has construction permits on file for the floors below the penthouse and in the neighboring structure.
Any plans or blueprints on file?
I'll have Grim look into it. With this blackout.
I understand. See if I can dig up some plans.
Good idea. Fisher. That's a hired gun if I've ever seen one.
He's no night watchman either.
I saw something there.
He's got the same kit as the guys who were protecting the city.
This whole situation is getting uglier by the second. See if you can find out who these characters were.
Will do. What do you do?
There we go.
That's Doug Shutlin's company.
That was an unnecessary RNG delay, but at least we still got it without having to cause any alerts or panic.
Someone inside this place is playing both sides.
You got it.
How much longer is this?
There we go. Just make sure that they don't see me and let this sleeping dude stay asleep. There we go.
Fisher, Sir Casey's cameras project an infrared beam so they can see in the dark.
If it's an infrared beam, I can see it in my night vision.
Exactly. And listen, it would help us keep tabs on Sir Casey if we could use these cameras against him.
Gotcha.
There we go.
I'll try and run some tests.
Good work, Fisher. That's one camera tapped. There should be
open
fine.
this door preemptively, open this one, because that's where I need to go next.
Why are these lights out?
And just slide over here out of his path. And,
Who switched off the lights? Something's up here. Nothing.
ooh, I was really tempting it, but
Stay.
there we go. Now we found out the other contact there that we have to
Whoever he is. Explain
deal
both
with.
sides. You need to inform Shepard.
No can do, Sam. You can't compromise OPSEC for private interests.
Fine. If I find Nettich,
And since
do my
this
less
guy
of a
should be
problem.
opening the door pretty soonish.
You said he doesn't exist. I'm just correcting a bureaucratic error.
Sure this wasn't open earlier. What's with the lights?
I need the lights off. There we go. Tap. That's 3 right there. For convenience.
What's wrong with the lights?
So we can get that guy out of the view of the camera as well. There we go. That entertainment center annoys me not for its size or how it looks, more because if you pay attention to what it's showing on its screen, it's trying to be a trailer for a movie that basically never happened. And hey, I got it. Long distance short circuit there. I'll take it. Certainly beat waiting for the camera to cycle past. And what's this? Hidden room? Oh, panic room. Okay. Here we find out some other information we need.
Where is he?
According to this, he's in the building next door. You can get there across the rooftop through the magnetically locked doors.
How do I get through the doors?
They're not magnetically locked anymore.
Thanks for the help.
Just gotta...
It ain't supposed to do that, is it? Not as far as I know. 6 weeks out of warranty, and bam, things start
Okay, good.
Good work on the camera, Sam. We'll have guys watching Zerkezi 24/7.
Always happy to keep the donut dippers busy.
And I guess that was Sam's shout out to the police. I don't know. Or at least all the security people. Now, without further ado, let's go see what this Dvorak is.
Shit, what was that?
A bug! A thing! A person! A police! A mineral! Anyways, let's slide over here. With that light out, nobody should be seeing him. And as long as we're not too overtly loud, we should... The old sysadmin over there should not have any problem with us. Because he's busy with his chess game.
Lambert, what the hell is this thing?
I have no idea, Fisher. Talk to the old man. Maybe he knows something.
seen these things before. This is a finite state machine.
It is?
Yeah. Looks like the Borak is just the encoded innards of a 50-year-old scrap.
That was a follow-up I've
Doesn't even
not
speak the
had
same
in
language.
a
I'm
while.
gonna try and reinitialize the machine and retrieve an output stack for analysis.
Gotcha.
Alright, I got the stack.
Fisher?
Anyways, with all that done, we're pretty much ready to extract. Unfortunately, I can't use that elevator shaft.
This one is self-referential. Each output stack is a logical instruction set that tells the machine to recurse itself and derive a more accurate set of instructions for the next execution cycle.
Fascinating. I don't know.
Good work, Fisher. Time to make yourself scarce. Get to your primary inspection.
On my way.
There we go. Get in. Get in. Extract. And that's the penthouse done. Yes. Okay. Well, considering we've seen this place with Lacerda, we've seen this place at the penthouse. Clearly, they're a little more involved than they'd probably publicly admit. So we gotta check out their headquarters to see, again, get more intelligence on the matter.
Coming to you from our New York City broadcast center, we have Patrick Dunn of Watershed Electric on the line. Mr. Dunn, what do we know at this moment?
All we know so far is that this was not an accident.
If it's not an accident, then it must be intentional.
Fisher.
And thankfully, stealth loadout in this mission is the first one to give us the gas grenades, which we end up needing almost immediately.
Fisher, we need to find out if this place and 2 days here will
And at least early enough where it's not going to matter if I have. It shouldn't matter too much if I have to restart the chapter. Because yeah, we needed it right there. This must be some pretty noxious stuff if it hurts Sam even while he's wearing the mask and stuff. There we go. And just climb down, Sam. Yeah, there we go.
You're certainly entitled to
And this is one of those like forced cutscenes in game where pretty much have to wait for these guys to clear the room.
Sure, that's what we need. Presents.
On the contrary, the people want protection, they need protection, but they don't want to see protection. It frightens them. Having the National Guard on every corner will keep the peace, but at what cost?
They'll get over it, Julie. In the end, the thing they'll remember is that the National Guard is cheap. I'm dealing with taxpayers here. The last thing I need is another fiscal accountability scandal. What?
Come on, I want to show you something.
Okay, yeah. There we go. Let's see how far they get.
Fisher,
Yeah, once Grim starts talking, that's usually when it's safe to actually go ahead.
Lambert gave me pretty strict non-lethal parameters.
If you stay close, you should be able to hack into his laptop wirelessly.
I'll give it a whirl.
Sam, each of Displace's different divisions seem to have their own server farm. I put a program on your offset.
Oh wait, which was this guy like? Okay, good.
You want me to upload that to each division server?
I would appreciate it.
Since you asked so nice.
There we go.
Good work, Sam. That's the first of their servers. If you can upload that to each of the other ones, I'll be able to snoop around as much as I please.
I'll see what I can do.
Come on. I'm still amazed that he doesn't see me from that side. But then if I hug the opposite side,
That was weird.
he can see my shadow.
I've heard of this. It's
And
called an
that ends up causing them pain.
window. A small electric charge can change the opacity of microscopic crystals embedded in the glass.
Cool.
I'm thinking that your OCP should be able to toggle the state of the windows. I'm uploading the specification to your OPSAT.
Thanks, Will.
In the lobby of the Empire State Building, there are 4 brass rondelles, Art Deco pieces. Each rondelle represents one of the 4 disciplines of skyscraper construction.
What, like engineering, financing, real estate?
Good work, Sam. Now you'll be able to access the central server on the first floor.
This wireless
Then
stuff makes life a
zap
lot
that
easier.
light to get closer.
Welcome to the Wi-Fi era.
Remember, you're saying that to a guy from the era of high-five.
Zap that light to get across.
Like fight and fiber?
Don't put me in adult undergarments yet, kid.
And then zap that light to distract that guard so we can cross here freely. And right over to the next server.
Good work, Sam. Upload that program to the last server and you'll make me the happiest girl in the world.
You're easy to please.
Access is a girl's best friend.
And then just make sure that we're out of the way of any possible guards. Okay. Ubisoft self-promotion in 3, 2, 1.
He's got the new Prince of Persia. Yeah, I heard it's awesome. Gonna be game of the year. Can't wait to play it.
Shameless. Even then, Ubisoft was shameless. Jump. There we go. One more door to hack. And then finally the last required server to hack.
Thanks, Sam. That's the last one.
And convenient air shaft is convenient.
What?
Laundry. I totally forgot.
Referencing an in-joke that we the players would not have heard taking this route. Plus one gaming sin. Anyway, just gotta get it low enough to so I can drop down nicely. There we go.
Damn. Looks like someone has shunted the data we need off the server. Login name Mnetich.
Mylon Nedich?
That name is coming up an awful lot. We still don't have anything on it.
Probably a pseudonym. I'll see if I can find out who he really is.
In any case, we need to get access to his computer. His office should be on the upper floors somewhere.
Sorry to interrupt, but
Just as he finishes that sentence, zap the light so that way we and book it out as soon as the doors open. Since then that will keep them distracted enough to not look in your direction. And this is one of those few spots where I need a safety save, in part because it's very particular about how and how long I listen to the conversation in order to satisfy the other objective about finding out Mylon's real name. It's annoying how quiet it is right now, but then how it picks up in volume later.
So far. You'll get the full VIP rate, and you'll be on duty as though there is a package on site. Okay, got it. Good. You reported 1300 tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there.
Good grab, Fisher. Mylon Neddich's real name? Jesus. Milos Nowak.
Milos Nowak. Who is he?
The Barber of Bosnia. Suspected war criminal from the Bosnian conflict. Allegedly scalped some of his prisoners.
Wanted in The Hague.
Yeah.
Bet $2 to dinars that he doesn't make it to trial.
That's okay. I think my money's safer on the Nikkei.
And then just gotta hack this door. Yes, I said last required server, not last required door.
Hokkaido. Isn't that basically the Alaska of Japan?
But anyways, without further ado, we're pretty much ready.
Interesting. Now we definitely need to talk to Shuttle.
Will its State Department handle that mess? You're going to Hokkaido. We're sending a helicopter to evac you from the route.
See, we don't need to hack this one. And without further ado, mission done.
As happy as we are to be back online here in New York, our thoughts turn to our loved ones who are defending us on this beautiful 4th of July. We go now live to the Yellow Sea, where sailors aboard the USS Clarence E. Walsh are celebrating. We have Seaman Anthony
Fisher, if I can't throw the Joint Chiefs
Well, throw them a bone already. Give them a chew toy while you're at it.
Fisher, remember, I need you to bring in Zerkezi alive.
What about Nettich?
Nettich is another story.
Isolate, simplify, complete.
We're on the same page?
Affirmative.
There we go. Yeah, I kind of gotta deal with that guy in the beginning because otherwise he can just needlessly delay the start of this mission. And a lot more stuff would have advanced globally. There we go. Now just take care of that guard that's looking away. Switch to thermal to be able to see the light that we need to zap. There we go.
Buying anybody anymore? Use satellites. This is so ridiculous. I feel like an idiot.
There we go. And that first camera is located right there.
That's the first microphone, Sam.
Or
Five more to
rather,
go.
microphone. Sorry. Microphones are always located near the phones, as a rule of thumb. But anyway. Oh, I have entertained just like shooting that light out if I got there quickly enough, but it's a case of safety versus swag, and unfortunately, in order to try to be as good about this as possible, safety is going to win. Quick switch to the gas grenade, so that way we can deal with the next two guards coming up.
Civilians?
That's right. Don't let any of them get killed.
Carry him.
I won't.
You mean microphones, stupid. Oh, well, look. Are you hearing things?
Strange that he went for that door, but I'm not gonna discount it. In any case, with them down, I don't have to worry and can just proceed on.
What is that down there?
Discount Japanese voice acting.
We can reschedule this to there.
Also, I would have thought it was a flame light.
Well, I'm not sure we can do it then. Yeah, but if he says...
This is just one of those cutscenes, so feel free to donate or... you know,
Alright, listen
check
up.
your phones,
That was
stuff
done.
like that.
He's on his way, and he's not happy.
What do you mean? He's on his way here?
Our offices got turned over in New York, and he's worried about a leak. He's coming up here to tie up.
Sorry. Good one. They're only yen, not worth anything since the market crashed. Not even worth the effort to pick them up. A penny saved. The offices got hit. By who? The feds?
So,
Who cares about the offices? What's this tie up loose ends thing?
Not exactly sure, but this thing with the ship, maybe someone done.
But what if...
Look, never mind all that. The boss is on his way, and things are heating up. We knew that would happen, so just stick to the plan, get this place tightened up, and make sure that this little visit goes off without a hitch. Get moving!
oh, aren't you special? Now it's just a matter of waiting for the guard that would come follow up. Amazingly, nobody looks in that direction.
You're not... What? Shut...
Yeah!
Shut...
Yeah!
We're...
Optimal button
That's
pressing.
Out of the picture, but we have a complication. There's a helicopter inbound. Shetland is aboard.
Doug. Why is he coming here?
Either he was coming to see what Neddich is up to, or our assumptions are wrong.
You still think Shetland struck us?
I still don't know. That's what bothers me. Find out what Shetland and Zerkasi are meeting about.
That's half of Otomo's microphone, Sam.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes peeled for the rest.
That's the other. And we take the vent way for safety purposes. Open that, and then...
What's wrong with the lights?
I don't know, you tell me. Would you like to come check it out? I think you should. There we go. Good. Take care of that light so this guy has less of a chance to see me. Fault over here so he can't see me. And then just wait for him to turn around. Because the next microphone we need is over here.
Hey! Who killed the lights? This isn't good!
No, it isn't. but it's freaking hilarious for me.
That's the last microphone, Fisher. Otomo will be happy.
Otomo doesn't seem like the happy type.
Ah, it's just the old samurai. It's really nice in person.
I've heard people say the same thing.
What's wrong with this?
What does that mean? Lambert's nice.
How many of his ex-wives have you spoken to?
Let him proceed on.
Fisher, satellite imaging shows you're nearing some kind of tea
And
house.
sneak on through.
Casey's inside?
That's our best guess. Gather as much info as you can before making your move. You might only get one shot at this.
Douglas? What? The Korean thing.
My God, Fisher! Don't let Shetland escape.
Is he a target?
He's the target.
It's sad because there's actually a really cool cutscene of how that goes down if you let them proceed on uninterrupted. But for speedrun, so gotta disrupt it quickly. Come on, Fisher, please.
I'll see if we can track him.
Anyways, without further ado, let's get out of here.
That's all your primary objectives, Fisher. We can extract you at any time.
All right.
And there we go. Okay, well, obviously things are starting to escalate and a lot more action is needed, so... Seeing that Shetland just took out Zerkazy, we're kind of on the hook to try to do our best to stop World War III.
Today, Ambassador Long Dan announced Chinese support for the North Korean claim that they did not intentionally launch the missile that sank the wall.
We are monitoring these developments. We'll continue to see...
Okay. So yeah, that's Panama, Argentina, Korea now. Sam's quite the globetrotter, isn't he?
So, besides stopping World War III, is there anything else I can do for you this evening?
The base commander should have up-to-date intel about NKA divisional strength down the Kaesong-Munsan approach.
I'll try to schedule an appointment with the secretary.
Fisher, since everyone is asking everyone for intel, I'd love to have a few chips at the big table.
What can I get you?
Looks like this battery has repair and maintenance capabilities.
Well, with them curious or alerted, concerned there, that'll keep them from going my way over here.
Why are these lights out?
Sleep tight.
Who switched the lights off here?
What the? That should not have happened.
Fisher, it's starting to look like war is unavoidable. JCOS is asking all sources for current division-level intelligence.
So, besides stopping World War III, is there anything else I can do for you this evening?
The base commander should have up-to-date intel about NKA divisional strength down the Kaesong-Munsan approach.
I'll try to schedule an appointment with the secretary.
Fisher, since everyone is asking everyone for intel, I'd love to have a few chips at the big table.
What can I get you?
Looks like this battery has repair and maintenance capability for mechanized warfare.
Alright, let's try that again.
Any shipping or repair logs you can recover would be a big help.
I'll find what I can.
Turn that one off.
Who put the lights out? What is going on with the lights here?
Let the guy have his internet.
Good work, Fisher. Looks like they tracked shipping and repair through 4 separate departments.
Gotta love military bureaucracy.
There we
See
go.
if you could get the logs from the other 3.
Now serving number 67.
And then just keep quiet so that those two can keep sleeping. Turn that one off to keep it nice and comfy. It's like, yeah, you need to sleep. Ugh. There we go. And now we just gotta get into position to scan this terminal. And before I get much further, have the right weapon and have a safety save here, because basically I gotta land this gas grenade just right, just like the displace mission one in the just like the one in the beginning of the displace mission. So safety save here because it's quite a bit further ahead than the very start of the mission.
All right, well, that's our work done. Let the control room.
I think I'm seeing things.
Maybe.
And there we go. Okay, they are... For a moment there I was a little concerned because they have a tendency to run if they spot it first. So I'm actually quite relieved that that worked out swimmingly. Alrighty. So with that said, just not much to do, just basically watching Sam here crawl across, so yeah, check on what you want. Alright, and for those who wanted to see him up close, check out Sam's eyes. Alrighty, that's enough of that. Crawl down here. Whoa, hey! Get over here. Because we'll start with this side first. A lot less to go wrong, even though each side has enough stuff that can go wrong. Yeah, as long as you didn't actually see anyone there, then I have no problem. Just gonna sneak up behind him so that we can carry him out of viewing range in case this other guy decides to turn on those lights. And also doing a little bit of prep here just to avoid any random RNG that may happen against my favor. So with that said, because using the elevator is so mainstream, we're just gonna go over here and manually summon it from on top of it. Alrighty. This segment should be easy enough.
A preliminary inspection of the West launcher.
And what is your report?
We did every test we could, sir. And, well, there was no malfunction, sir.
No malfunction.
Good work, Sam. One more shipping log to go, and we'll have an accurate picture of their mechanized
There we
capabilities
go.
in the region.
Alright. Pretty much at that point, all we gotta do is just wait for this conversation to finish.
And you're telling me that there was no malfunction.
We checked everything, sir. I assure you.
Well, Captain, the only two people in this building who could authorize that launch without approval are you and I. I know I did not do it, so if it wasn't a malfunction, I want you to run every test again. Then run whatever test the captain forgot until you find out what the hell happened with my missile. Sir, yes sir. Get out of my sight.
That seals it. The missile came from here, and they didn't launch it intentionally.
So that's a good thing. We can avoid a war.
Problem is that someone launched the missile intentionally.
Isn't that someone Doug Chapman using Zerkese's algorithms?
That seems likely, but I still need to see if there's a Dvorak fingerprint in the BIOS of the launcher that fired the missile.
Technobabble. Anyways, let's get on sleuthing. Go. Should be able to just leave that guy alone for the rest of the game. And wait for this fella. And bop you. And let's get a safety save here because we gotta go underneath the launcher in that room, and there's quite a bit of RNG in this room in particular.
Good job, Sam. From the parts and transport requests, it looks like this facility is significantly more important than our latest estimates.
Well, you know me. Always where the action is.
Alright, gotta open the casing. You can access the motherboard on the launcher itself and recover any routing data from the BIOS. Good work, Sam. I'm scanning the BIOS now. Yeah, that's a Dvorak fingerprint.
Where did it come from? Hokkaido? The displaced officers?
Seoul.
What? Hasn't South Korea? Are you telling me the U.S. just got drawn into a war protecting the people that sank the Walsh?
I can't trace it back farther than Seoul.
What do I do?
Sweet Jesus, Fisher. The NKA just committed. They're coming across the DMZ. We're at war.
Why? We just found proof we didn't launch the missile.
Good Lord, speaking of missile launches, that battery just lit up like a smoker getting off an airplane.
They're not targeting our ships, are they?
Active radar is up. Looks like a launch is imminent. Fisher, you need to abort that missile.
You got it, Miles.
Stop that! Get that!
Black hell! You're too late.
The warhead won't arm until it's a few hundred meters from its target. If I can dig up the abort codes.
Good thinking. Check launch control directly under the platform.
I'm on my way.
Make it fast, Fisher. Flight time on that missile is 3 minutes.
Good work, Sam. Those are the abort codes.
I still need to bypass the override circuit from the missile control room.
Hurry. The missile is closing on the USS Ronald Reagan at top speed.
Hold on. Did you just tell me I need to win one for the Gipper?
Dude, what does that even mean?
Never mind. You're right, Grim. I am old.
Good job, Sam. Missile aborted.
That's it? It's dust?
No, but the warhead can't arm. Even if it gets past the Reagan's phalanx, it'll hit the hull and crumple like a beer can.
Crumpling beer cans. That's what sailors are best at, I guess.
Very funny. You need to make your way to extraction.
Right. I'm on my way.
Well, that bit of roasting aside, I'd say that went reasonably well, outside of that one bit of RNG, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Alright, because it's kind of RNG of whether he actually detects you or not from that seating position. So anyway, Seoul, yes, this mission is actually broken up into 2 separate parts. And needless to say, it's rather annoying. Or rather, excuse me, there's enough going on to warrant a couple of, at least 1 or 2 safety saves. But we'll see how well we do. The chapter split might as well count as a safety save for what it's worth.
6,000?
Anyways, let's get on with it.
Welcome to the 3-block war, Fisher. The main advance is my past your position. Expect sporadic fighting among units separated from the main force.
Whose side am I on here?
Your own. You're not a legal combatant.
Alright.
Anyone who sees you will attack on sight.
Needless to say, things get more truly more difficult to deal with.
Fisher, critical update. I have other assets on the ground not far from your position.
Another Splinter cell?
Splinter cells in training. On a black bag. Target was just relocated by
Take care of this one, Mike.
So I need to bring in the target.
No. You need to interrogate one of those special forces to find out where they took it.
Okay.
Don't kill them before you talk to them or I'll pull you out. Good thinking, Fisher. Shut down those propaganda broadcasts and our boys will be in better spirits.
Our boys. I'm just doing it because it's annoying.
Good on you, Fisher. Either way.
Stay quiet.
Good job, Fisher.
Stay.
All right, Fisher. Go ahead.
I've got someone who wants to talk to you.
Roger.
Where did he... He's not...
Negative.
All right. Is that what you need? You want to tell me what's going on, Lambert?
As long as that objective popped as completed, I don't have to deal with that guard anymore.
Definition of old, you'd need to issue diapers with every set of goggles.
If I listen to you much longer, the adult undergarments.
That was cruel.
Sam, a predator drone just spotted a mobile command center in the area up ahead. See if you can tap it for intelligence.
You don't want me to take it out?
No. We could have done that with the predator.
Initiate the test. Wait. What the hell was that?
Good job, Sam.
Come out!
One more propaganda broadcast and I'm your end.
Just take care of these guys. Good. Don't have to worry about the one up top, perched up top. There we
Good
go.
job, Sam. With an inside line on the NKA's command network, you should be able to funnel useful intelligence to the regs.
Always happy to lend a hand.
There we go. And just follow this beam. This was quite the party, apparently. And then just hang out here for a second while this guy starts to approach. And get the gas grenades ready.
Is enough? I don't know. You're the demolitions expert, you tell me. Well, I guess it's enough.
Convenience!
Next.
Good. Now get that drive up to the roof and we'll transmit it to the EA-6B.
Why can't you just read it from here?
It'll take too long to guarantee a secure
And now we just gotta hang out and wait for this pair to be out of the way so we can finish this portion. Okay.
Next stop, top floor.
I don't know what they saw or heard to warrant that kind of response.
We can confirm the LZ is safe. We'll extract you directly from the rooftop.
And if it's not safe?
Fisher, please. You know that kind of talk is exactly what seems to be famous last words.
Lambert, I'm in.
Needless to say, things did not go as planned.
Fisher, the plane went down before they converged the data. You need to get to the wreckage and make sure the North Koreans don't recover it.
NK regulars are setting up portable radar reconnaissance receivers. See if you can take them all out. Good job, Sam. RF monitoring indicates at least 4 more P3Rs active in your AO.
Oh, okay, good. Just gotta get the right weapon.
Oh, see, up here. What? The bomb just hit the building.
Oh, yeah. Well, we are not safe from all.
What are we safe from then?
Holy crap!
There we go. Hopefully that distracted him enough to not be a problem. And make sure I get the right angle, and there we go.
Sam, we have RF confirmation that there are only 2 P3Rs left in your area.
Then just gotta wait for this fella, and then I can proceed on. Yeah, at least they're getting to live, you know? Okay. Climb down here. Be careful with my descent. There we go. Loop around. There we go. And just watch these two funny guys.
Easy. I want my mommy.
We're still alive. Let's just take that patrol data into the UAV and get out of here before it does go off.
Good idea.
Let me pause to put away this jar. There we go. Alright. Just gotta wait for these guys to clear the area and then I can come on down.
Whoa, good grab, Sam. Looks like the complete technical specifications on North Korean UAVs.
So what, we can just switch them all off now?
Huh, no. But we can pass it up the chain and inside of a few months find ways to disable them.
That's not much help to me, is it?
Dang it, Redding.
Damn it! What's wrong with you?
You just ambushed another of your kin there. Shot your enemy, and the thing you're worried about is the lights.
We have multiple reports of more active armor in your immediate AO.
Great.
And this is another spot worth a safety save here. There we go.
We've got incoming shots!
Damn it! Come on, you communist bastards! Take that!
There's no covering fire here! Have we lost it? I can't... Taking fire! Hold out!
And gotta have the right gear for this segment right here.
Just kill it!
Let's see.
We're going to try something new!
that hopefully distracted things them enough. Yeah, I'm gonna reload the safety save because that is unfortunately too dangerously low a health to proceed further.
Come on, you commie bastards! Take that!
There we go.
He's taking shots!
There it is. Hey. Okay. There we go. Okay, now with that out of the way, this is my most common safety save location right here. And take care of him.
I just see something. Our Democratic Party army is your sibling Korean army. The oppressor is your lazy American demon. Us and freedom combined alive, which is peaceful and eternal. This thing is a mess.
Just had to get him to go over there.
Is that?
There we go.
Never hurts to have another line into the NKA command network.
And with that said, let's get on towards the crash site, shall we? Save that last shocker round for Whoa! Okay. Okay, yeah, the tank wanted to play unfair. That's annoyingly something that can happen.
Who's there? Damn it! What was that? Grab some
Ooh.
Never hurts to have another line into the NKA command network.
Well, I think I just uncovered some time savings there, or at least a new optimal strat.
Sam, we need to get to the safe house and try to recover that data before we can extract it.
No one yet.
Oh, that'll work. Just a matter of dealing with that light in particular. There we go. Okay.
The plane is too badly damaged to recover the data. We need to fall back and designate the target for an airstrike. Use the structure down the street for your platform.
Let me get the pilots to safety first.
We don't have a lot of time, Sam. NKA recovery team is en route.
Are you ordering me to leave these guys here and call in an airstrike?
I'm telling you what the objective is to complete it. Have your orders. Fisher, if you compromise this mission for those men...
Save it, Irving. You gave me my orders already.
Alright, set you down. Because this is going to require some careful use of the smoke grenades. And while it is technically not listed as one of the objectives, it's a case of it is one that's more or less required if you actually want to get the 100% rating. There we go. Okay. Set you down over here. And without further ado, Oh, I know what I could call this. All objectives.
Way to go, Sam. With those P3Rs out of commission, it'll be a lot safer to extract them.
Wow, you mean you're actually planning to get me out of here alive one day?
Dang, Fisher. Way to sound ungrateful.
God forgive me.
All right, Fisher.
In any case, time to watch the fireworks.
Stand by.
Roger, target is painted.
Hello there, paperboy. This is Postman. We have your glare. Stay on target.
Affirmative, Postman.
And there you go, paperboy. The package is in the mail.
From visual on the back, Postman.
Have a better one. Postman out.
There we go. Bleh. Wait, when was that body found? Huh. Okay, this is the mission that tends to cause me the most grief. In no small part due to this one set of displaced guards that show up here that are armored, so typical non-lethal stuff will not work on them, and they have strongly improved vision and hearing, so sneaking up on them is a lot more difficult.
The missile launch came through Japan, yes, but it seems likely it was triggered by elements of a private security operation. This place...
And this is the only mission where they're at, but that doesn't make them any less annoying and frustrating to deal with. So, safety save usage might
Fisher, I just got a
escalate.
request from Frances Cohen.
What does she need?
She's been trying to get a man inside the bathhouse for a long time to keep tabs on the red mission. She wants to know if you can tap the phone lines in and around the building.
Francis? Of course I can.
Good work, Fisher. That's the first phone line. See if you can tap into the rest.
Just a reminder, Sam. You'll have some civilians in the bathhouse. Do not, I repeat, do not kill any of them.
I'll be careful.
Be more than careful. Be gone.
Yes, sir.
Oh, what? Okay.
Fisher, I just got a request from Frances Cohen.
What does she need?
She's been trying to get a man inside the bathhouse for a long time to keep tabs on the red mission. She wants to know if you can tap the phone lines in and around the building.
Francis? Of course, there.
Good work, Fisher. That's the first phone line. See if you can tap into the rest.
Boss needs us to check all the DSL frequencies to make sure that we don't get any network interference on the shadow net.
I don't even know what that means. But be quick about it. The stench is unbearable. It ain't supposed to do that, is it? Not as far as I know. 6 weeks out of warranty, and bam, things start screwing up.
Just a reminder, Sam. You'll have some civilians in the bathhouse. Do not, I repeat, do not kill any of them.
I'll be careful.
Be more than careful. Be gone.
What's up?
Deal with him. There we go.
Fisher, those guys don't look Japanese to me.
Yeah, expensive suits cut wide in the shoulders. They're packing for sure.
Exactly. I make them for
Hey,
distance.
who killed the lights? This isn't good.
Makes sense. Doug knows how to stay discreet when it's necessary.
Fisher, in order to figure out who Shetland is meeting with,
Why are
you
these
need to
lights
head up
out?
into the private offices. Check upstairs, inform from your position, and pass reception.
On my way.
Just gotta hide the bodies though, because there's one guy that roams around here and he might spot them. Alright, I know what I can... And in any case... Just gotta wait for this conversation, then I can take my first safety save.
It's tight. The truck is blocking the alley, and I sent the guys unloading it for a coffee break. Which guys? Just some guys, worker guys.
What? You just said, hey, why don't you guys take a break, and they did?
Well, I gave them 100,000 yen.
Oh, okay. Well, don't forget to expense that.
Yeah, no kidding.
There we go. Safety save right there. Because dealing with that guard is all about timing. It has to be late enough so that the other guy isn't able to turn around and see it happen. Go. And there we go. Well, that went about as that small portion went about as optimally as that could go. And we still got quite a bit more to go before the next safety save portion. What's annoying is that we know that at least I know there is something fishy with this particular guy, but until we interrogate him, then we just know him as a civilian, and not anything that spooks him will be counted as such. So gotta wait for him to fall asleep. Too soon. Just gotta wait for... I have to wait for this guy to start making his way in the other direction, then I can deal with him more. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about either of them. And at last.
Next. Got it. Shetland's meeting in the private baths in the back of the bathhouse in a little while.
Who's he meeting?
Red Nation from the looks of it.
And distance hacking to knock this bit out of the way.
Fisher, those two aren't displays. They're ISDF assault troops.
What is ISDF doing?
Maybe the Red Nation is sold Shetland out to the ISDF. Eavesdrop on that meeting. Figure out what's going on before ISDF blows this up.
How are we gonna stop them?
I'll get on the horn with Admiral Atomo and make sure we're all on the same page.
And to deal with this guard, sneak over here, pick up this, toss it over there to make some noise, so he'll go and inspect it, because mirrors. Ugh. There we go. Slide on over. Zap that way.
Way to go, Sam. Rowan says there's one more phone line she'd like you to tap.
Okay. Now here is the second safety save portion, because I have to have the conversation happen and the steam happen that we'll get to see in just a moment in order for me to sneak through this safely.
Whoa! You scared me there for a second. Sorry. Visibility in here is terrible. Something goes down, they're next to impossible to fight. Got any night vision gear? Night vision doesn't help in this craft. Maybe if we had thermal. I guess we'll just have to rely on our... Yeah. Unfortunately, since Mogadishu, I don't hear so good. You were with the Rangers in Mogadishu? No, I was, kind of working for... I saw something there.
Congratulations, you saw a thing. That doesn't mean anything though. Next safety save. Yeah, there's quite a few in this mission in particular because of just how much and how quickly things can go wrong in each segment.
Next.
That's the last phone line, Fisher. Cohen sends her thanks.
Tell her it was my pleasure.
Get you out of the way because somebody could spot you from there. And then take care of that as well. And then we gotta just operate a little have them distracted with the light, so that way we can sneak over.
sir. Be quick about it. The meeting will start soon. I'm on it.
Well, and now we go on to one of those forced cutscenes once more. Good point for donation reading, stuff like that.
I haven't been able to contact Otomo. I don't know what's going on.
Wait a minute.
Yes, this will do just fine.
I told you I'd taken care of everything. We're secure.
Jesus, Lemon. Ask the F is here to take Shetland down. They're meeting with him. They're his partners.
My God. David, we need to hear the details before we go to the Joint Chiefs with this.
Not bring them? We're not going to follow you across Tokyo.
Relax, Kincaid. I'll just download them and burn you a disc.
Ha! You take me for a fool. You are not stupid enough to download them over a public network. What are you up to?
I said relax. You're right. I'm not that stupid. My men just finished setting up a shadow net. Completely secure wireless, discreet from the web. Now sit. You'll have your algorithms in about 4 minutes. Call it!
Lambert.
Let him go, Fisher. We know the truth.
This escalated very quickly.
Save it, Kincaid. I've seen it before. You're defending your honor to cover up your lies. Should I check the account, or should we start shooting and see who walks out of here?
No, no, please. We can work this out.
We're switching the fallback. Chopper's on its way. Good. Secure this area. No one comes through. Yes, sir.
Kill Shetland. I know.
Good thinking, Fisher. Looks like Shetland better algorithms that allow him to remotely organize his men.
Why?
Wow.
Complete the sub-objectives without ever knowing what the plan is.
Yeah, things are definitely escalating quickly over there. And this is also where I gotta get that safety save. Because this room in particular tends to give me a lot of problems without it. And with it, but at least with it, I can deal with it easier. Okay, those two are down. Good. And one here. And one here. And I just gotta move nice and smoothly, and most of all, quietly. Okay, that's good, that's good. But we're not out of woods yet. There we go. And then, let's see. One last safety save. Because this is where I then have to deal with more of those guards actively looking for me. So, here we go. even though they
This
can,
is pointless,
even
Sam.
though they can
You won't
see
know
with
what to
night
do if
vision
you
and
catch
stuff,
it. Why bother chasing?
like with their own set of goggles, I use that and breaking the lock to sort of delay their how quickly they can move through the room, so that way it can be a little more controllable. Because otherwise they would basically be running around here and be very, very difficult to deal with. And then just mantle over to, after setting the stage, and take care of the first bomb. Thankfully, getting to the bomb resets the timer.
Mason and Lambert have you wrapped around their fingers, Fisher. No more to them than any other weapon.
Ooh, that was good. And yes, we still gotta hide the bodies because at least the next group comes from that same doorway. And if the other two are within viewing range of the last one, then yeah, that also counts as a body found.
You've made yourself the instrument of a policy you don't believe in, Sam. Walk away.
I just gotta... Not what I wanted, but I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it to get I'll deal with it to get past this, because otherwise it would be that annoying.
Blood is thicker than water, and you and I have bled a lot together. You're trading your honor for their
Also,
redemption.
yeah, pretty much after once I get to that door, if there was the donation instead of what to do about Shetland, that's where I'd have to lock it out. Or at least that's the deadline. Because
Doesn't have to end like this, Sam.
No, but it does have to end.
On that we agree. We've been fighting their dirty little wars our entire lives, and where do we end up? Staring at each other down the barrels of our guns. Nothing has changed, Fisher. And it won't change by degrees. We have to tear it down and start over. It's the only way.
Your own little chaos theory. Throw the
Roll
world in
credits.
war and hope that what comes out the other side is better.
It will be better. Because this war will change things, Sam. Every other war has been about keeping things the same, but the status quo doesn't work anymore. America's sick, Sam. She's dying. The politicians, the bureaucrats, the whispered backroom deals, it's all life support for a sick old lady who was dead a long time ago.
The only backroom deals that I've seen lately were made by you. You're a murderer and a war criminal.
Those are the only names the state has for the revolutionaries, Sam. You only become a hero after the war is over. You know the truth. The world is built from the bottom up, not the other way around. Honor, courage, fidelity. We don't inherit these things from the world, Sam. We build the world from them. I know you. You believe in these things more than any government. And I know that because of it, you wouldn't shoot an old friend.
And here's what happens if you spare. Or at least if you show mercy, rather. Just a case of deciding how what happens to this guy.
Events today jeopardized diplomatic efforts when North Korean armor encountered a so-called self-healing minefield while attempting to withdraw.
And finally, the last mission where once we realized that yes, ISDF was involved, and realizing how involved Otoma was in everything,
I can't stress this enough.
well, we gotta go after him.
We risk World War III. Any fatalities and I abort the mission immediately.
I understand.
Locate our officers. Find out what the hell is going on.
I'll find it.
Anyways, not often we have to break into another government's building, but here we are.
Hey! Get there, back on!
You get them on, fool. There we go. Alright, let's move right along.
What? Are you kidding? This job is a joke. Defend the Kokubo social? Like, right. That's like defending the CIA building or something. Well, it's not like anybody would be crazy enough to run.
Footsteps.
You don't know what you're up to, but come out of there!
And you know, Sam really loves to climb his art sculptures, you know. He gets a rise out of it.
A reminder to all enlisted personnel, log in and out of the War Office after hours.
There we go. And now we just gotta wait till the time is right.
And keep quiet. We didn't say anything. Keep it that way. I have orders enough. But I have orders enough to let escape. Let's not find out whose orders anymore. We're not soldiers with desk jobs. We're perfectly comfortable here. I'm not going to the bathroom. Okay, fine. You can hold it. We'll be right here. Yes. Well.
It's like, sir, just go away.
Maybe. Where did it? Perfect.
Sam, we need to record everything that happens in that meeting so we can present it to the Joint Chiefs.
It would speed things up if you'd let me remove some of the threats.
Forget it, Fisher. Until we know who the enemy is, there is no enemy. No enemy means no kills. Deal.
Aww. There we go. Alrighty.
Fisher, From the looks of it, these guards are LTL equipped.
Less than lethal. Why?
There's only one reason I can think of that they issue them to combat troops. They'll want to interrogate anyone they catch.
Well, I'm not the talking type.
I told you, Tom is a sack of rice.
Ooh, optimal timing on the
Sack of a rice.
on this conversation. But yeah, this warrants another safety save. Anyway, just
Why are these lights out? This thing is a mess.
okay, and yeah, the difficulty on hacking that scanner is so high. It's actually it's only really plausible to just grab a guard to use their eyes for. Night night. Now we put the goggles on so that we can see where, because I definitely, that's not the one we care about. There's a much bigger one there's one that's closer yeah, there it is. That's what I was waiting for. Because that's the one that's the biggest threat to us.
Next.
No one here. No.
Because I don't feel like dealing with him.
Fisher, GPS shows you're nearing the war room. Intelligence says it's a Tempest hardened fuse. The only way you'll be able to record what's going on in there is to find some way inside.
Tempest hardening might keep out electronic intruders, but I'm betting the room isn't airtight.
Probably not.
Sam, I've got some details on the building's infrastructure. This vent should come out directly over the war room.
I'll try and laser mic the meeting from there.
Good. We'll let you know when we have enough to make the Joint Chiefs happy.
Oh God, you and the Joint Chiefs.
The
I'm
line
like,
is secure. Yes, we're ready to connect. I can patch them through. Yes.
alrighty, this is one of those talking head moments. So yeah, donations, check your phone, stuff like that.
What is the meaning of this?
You will repeal the post-war constitution. You will order the immediate remilitarization of Japan and return control of our nation to the order of the Emperor. The United States will support this act politically and militarily to release themselves from further financial and military obligations, thereby concluding our relationship in Asia.
This is impossible. Even if we repeal the Constitution, the Emperor would never.
The Emperor will do what the military tells him. I am not an unreasonable man. These efforts will take time. I have faith in your honor and prudence. So I give you 96 hours.
96. The people will never allow it.
If in 4 days these demands are not met, I will initiate the launch of a North Korean ballistic missile and sacrifice a Japanese city of my choosing. Regrettably, this will kill millions, but it will steal the will of the people if your appeals cannot. For the sake of your honor, and for the sake of Japan, I plead with you, do not force my hand in this matter.
That's it. He caught the signal. My God.
Good God, Fisher. That confirms it. Otomo has been manipulating the Japanese government the entire time.
At least they're not sanctioning his actions. What's the next step? How do we stop Otomo?
If we're lucky, we might not have to.
What do you mean?
Grim?
I'm worried about that general, Fisher. He's been awfully quiet working on his laptop. Access it from here. Let's see what he's planning.
Will do.
What are our options? Can we retake the command center? What if it fails? Do we have the Admiral again, sir? Admiral? We...
Fool! You waste your time to scheme like a dog. If you are unable to act honorably, then I will force you to act. You will not be able to deny the demands of the people. After North Korea destroys one of our cities, you will know which one when it is annihilated.
My God. We are doomed. We cannot do that. We cannot tell the Americans. It cannot fail. He has lost his mind.
Good Lord. Otomo is going to launch a North Korean missile at his own country.
What's the time frame?
Could be hours, could be minutes. Get down there and destroy his servers.
What about extraction?
If you can't take out those servers before Otomo forces a launch, there won't be any reason to extract.
And if I do take out the servers?
We'll make that part up as we go.
That's half a plan if I've ever heard one.
Who's there? I can hear you moving.
I just got off the horn with the Joint Chiefs. I'm lifting the non-lethal mission parameter. Fifth freedom with everyone except Otomo.
You're kidding me.
We need to capture him alive. His profile is pretty clear. He won't lie to a war crimes tribunal in the face of the evidence. With him, the sense of honor.
You need him to take responsibility so the rest of Japan is off the hook with North Korea.
Exactly. If Otomo dies, we're right back at square one. Bring him in breathing.
Well, you heard the man.
Fools! They're sending another assault team! Cut the power to the elevators!
Fisher, North Korea just contacted NORAD and the President. They report that they've lost control of a launch facility. They can't abort and they're not sure that they can destroy the missile on time.
How long?
They say 3 minutes until it's away.
I think I can reach the server in time.
Hurry up!
Deal with him. Wait for these guys to finish. just move nice and easy through these lasers so we don't trip the automated gun. Very good. Just gonna move carefully. Ooh, little close. Little too close. Place the charge.
Good thinking, Fisher.
Any line on what's going on in this place can only help.
Absolutely.
Now then, get down here under safety of cover and...
Thank God, Fisher. That boarded them up.
Yeah, but I think it woke up the neighbors.
Get through them, Fisher. Then bring in Otomo alive.
My pleasure.
As long as they're not looking in my direction, I should be pretty much ready.
Give it up, Admiral. It's over.
What I've needed to do.
You think that I will surrender to you? You think that I will allow your people to strip me?
Anyways, force cutscene, then time will be coming up shortly.
I think not. My people have endured your charming oppression for more than 60 years.
You say tomato.
Americans, always turning to their jokes when their hearts are full of fear. And you should be afraid. I may be defeated, but I am a man, and ideas are stronger than men. You may even prevent this war, American, but the dragon has awoken, and he will not be so easily sedated this time.
Now what?
I think someone is taking himself a bit too seriously.
We can't afford to let him die, Fisher. Get in there and stabilize him. Fast.
Still, I still wonder how what I do next ends up actually stabilizing him enough to survive what comes next.
Good work, Fisher. He's stable. We still have to get him out of there. You're going to have to blast your way out.
We're over 100 feet underwater.
You're not pressurized, Fisher. It will be a shock, but you won't get the bends.
Next time, you're going on the mission and I'm making up the crazy plan.
And let's go clear of that blast because, yeah, one of my de-rusting runs, I was too close to that and it actually did kill me. Time will come at the results screen. And time. Well, I think that did it. So, yeah, I think I can submit this. Well, for anyone that was watching during this point in time, thank you so much for tuning in. For everyone that was watching on YouTube, thank you so much for checking it out. I hope this impresses, and I hope that somebody else appreciates this. Alright, well, without further ado, I gotta get this wrapped up quickly and get it up online. So, if nothing else, thank you so much. Have a great evening, and until next time.